Hello and welcome back. So, I had a request for an old Mopar, and on Forza 4 I had a really nice driving, Hemi-powered Dodge Dart, twin turbo, felt amazing. Back then I was on a wheel, bit of a difference, I'm on a controller now. But I thought, someone wants to see a Mopar, I used to drive a Mopar on Forza, so I'll rebuild it on this game. Turns out I didn't quite rebuild it, because you can Hellcat swap. Now, I don't mean to be that guy, this might be blasphemy for the Americans and for the Mopar guys that watch, but it's a Hellcat engine, big, supercharged V8, 700 horsepower, tickles me in ways that it probably shouldn't. So I thought I'd use it, put simply. Driving this car, it transitions really quickly, surprisingly. Now, I've built it to ESDA specs, but it will never be legal, or at least it will not be legal for the foreseeable future because it's too old. Of course, ESDA rulings meaning 1980 and newer, which is kind of gay, but I can understand it for a certain extent. I thought I'd put the blower on, and I'm doing slightly different where I've run through the upgrades that I've put on quite quickly. Purely so that you don't have to sit there and watch me debate over different sized tyres and different amounts of power. So as you see it here is, as I've built the car, it's not tuned at this point. I threw the upgrades on that I wanted to throw on, got it to a point that I was happy with, and then decided to try and drive it like that. If I go through really quickly, it's YouTube, there is a pause function, feel free to pause the video at any point. Again, as per usual, if you'd like to try the tune out, then please do let me know how it works. If you like it, then leave a sub and a like. I've begun to put all of the drift build videos into a playlist, so if you want to get multiple tunes at once, there is a playlist for that. But yeah, as you can see, I barely touched the engine. The Hellcat engine already has 707 horsepower, and I didn't want to put the restrictor on, so I put the exhaust on just to make it legal. And it ended up feeling really nice. So here's the tune. Pretty much similar to all the rest of my my car builds. Honestly, all I did was put my bass tune on and tweak it from there. The gearing was the hardest thing with this. With the V8, it's a very sort of torquey engine, whereas the I built the Corvette. Two of the last builds were sort of turbo, sort of high revving engines and whatnot. So the gearing was a bit of a pain to play with on this, especially considering it's supercharged instead of turbo. The power delivery is very different. But it worked. I have kind of weird gears. They're not all custom. Final drive, first, second and third are all adjusted. Fourth, fifth and sixth are all normal, completely stock as they come with the race transmission, so you don't have to touch them. Alignment, again, sort of similar. The front end's not too soft, but it's soft enough so that when you enter on tracks like Suzuka, the leading wheel is completely flat, meaning that you've got an optimum amount of grip. See, this is all done in one take, I'm an expert. Anti-roll bars, slightly softer in the front because there is a lot of weight in the front, and springs, like I said, running a relatively soft setup. Rear is slammed, front is a little bit higher up for the transition speed. Damping is pretty much the same story as normal. There is no aero on this car, but there is on YouTube, if you sub to him. Braking, again, the usual story. It works really well when you're tandeming, and then the differential settings are sort of moderately tweaked from some that I got given a while ago. So here is me driving the car. You'll notice I brake a little bit on entry. It helped with the getting the car situated into the drift. I end up nearly dropping a tyre. And I run outside on here purely because this car loves going outside. Could probably fix it with diff settings and stuff, I know I could, but it feels really nice right now, and this car would be really good for points drifting. It would still spin tyres in fourth, and it transitions really quickly. The video really doesn't do it justice when you're driving it. If you do build this car, you'll see what I mean. Obviously it's got a blower, it's a supercharged V8, it looks amazing and it works really well. Bonus clip. So I rewound, you'll see it in a few, where I ended up, whilst I was tuning, rewinding the game, and the game glitched. So if you're talking about buying this game, please, this is the sort of stupid shit that happens. I thought I'd add this one in. A lot of my recent videos have been more serious, so I thought everyone would like to see what happens during the filming of these videos. I've had stuff like this happen multiple times, and I thought I'd add it in as a blooper. But I don't understand what happened here. It's just all of a sudden, you know, let's change the tune. And look, no revs, but I'm doing donuts. My Dodge Dart has turned into a Tesla, apparently. But yeah, hope you enjoy.